Hello everyone, my dear friends. I am glad today to review this hot product. It's a gaming one phone from Infinix company. Approximately price is about $300. Why am I saying about? Because initially they will sell it for a certain time, in my opinion, for $280, then the price will increase. That is, it will be the first time such a promotional price, then the price will be about $320 if I'm not mistaken. But if you round it up like this model will cost about $300. At the same time, they are positioning it as a gaming smartphone. That is, you must agree now at current prices $300 for a gaming smartphone. This is probably the most a budget gaming smartphone that you can only buy now. Here is the black and orange box. Here it is written that Gaming Grand Gaming Tour Out P. Everything hints to us that it is powerful. The device is that it is a gaming device, and there are some unique features that are not found in other phones. I see it for the first time. So on the box they told us that there is a memory of 16,256. The truth is, here you can say a little bit they are trying to deceive us because, in fact, the memory is 8,256 16 gigabytes. This is already with an extension RAM which is turned on in the settings, and the usual memory here is exactly 8 gigabytes. 256 built-in memory for mine. Looks good volume even for the same iPhone 15 in the basic version. iPhone 15 Pro, which costs more than $1,200, there are 128 gigs, and here there are already 256 such a box. The phone is sold in two colors, black and orange and silver and white. I took a black and orange phone. I think it looks really good, interesting. Well, just so you can understand what they look like from behind. This black, orange, and gray-white me, I took this light. The first thing I noticed was that the box opens in an unusual way. There is something like this. It's like a tab that you have to pull and a box opens. Everything here is also very coolly written. According to the modern way, on the side it says the main advantages there is support for Wi-Fi, Fi 6 high-speed Wi-Fi, Fi cool energy efficient fast memory, FS 3.1, like almost flagship phones, very fast, memory Bluetooth, latest modification 5.3, here fast charging, good high. Res cooling system audio. In general, guys, it's just something like as if the flagship for $300 is the most affordable now. It's so very interesting phone. So here again we have some piece of paper documents, the phone itself. Look how beautifully everything is packaged, how high quality they didn't save on anything. Look at the cable here, orange, and also like this. It looks like it's curved like the letter G. Damn, where can you see that? Nowhere is it USB type. C, of course, go like this, but kind of bends to the left. Yes, why is it like that? Everything done for a reason. In fact, there is a need for this, and so such a power supply. But the power supply is normal in other Infinix phones. 45 watts is fast charging, good fast charging, not the fastest on the market, but still quite good even included with the phone. There is such a silicone case, a regular silicone transparent case. You don't even have to take out such a phone, often goes with other Chinese brands. For the first time, it will do just fine. Over time, it happens that such cases turn yellow. But I think many will not use them at all and will order something more so serious or something else I liked, that it's very rare that they put glass here. Real protective glass is usually the manufacturer. Well, he doesn't think about it at all. He sold the phone and that's it. How are you? You'll continue to wear it there, whether it scratches you or not. He doesn't care. It's all here also, provided here there is such a thing. What do you think these are, these branded stickers that you can put on your refrigerator, on your notebook, on Stick the Diary, somewhere else on the car panel? If you don't mind, there is a guarantee here is also a manual for use. In general, the kit is really nice. That is, it's clear that people took care of the user. They put everything they need and tried to do everything carefully beautiful to please the user. And all this is not very expensive nowadays. They put a glass in a little case, and what's more, it's already protective. The film is glued to the screen. They have provided double protection. So MediaTek Dimens and 8050 is ours. What makes the processor good is that it is modern, energy efficient, almost nanometer sized, and has powerful video core. What is great for games? Further, AMOLED display 120. Hertz is also excellent, suitable for games. Small frames, large diagonal and smooth frequency, 120 Hz. And the resolution is good up to 16 GB of RAM if you enable it in the settings extensions. And of course, ultra graphics. Well, are you ready to see the phone itself? I'm ready, look. The film, as I said, is pasted onto the screen just perfectly without a single bubble and on the back like this. Design, I'm already on my Instagram in this. As I asked him in Telegram people, what do you think? Well, do you like this design or don't like it because opinions are divided? I think two camps. Some might think it's too overloaded, too much. Yes, too much. I don't know, maybe the throw is too pretentious, but I like it. It looks like some kind of spaceship, like science fiction films. Yes, something like this is straight from the future, like some kind of RoboCop. And also on this body, there is one thing. This is this LED strips. They light up these ones when it arrives, notifications. When the phone is charging, it doesn't work on the system, where there are a lot of these glyphs. It's not like GT3 Realm, where the backlight is of different colors. Here, it's just white LEDs. Well, also looks good, you must agree. It looks like the phone is some kind of voluminous. You must agree it's inside their transparent lid and something there, some volume is felt, looks very interesting. In any case, not boring for me. I like that the phone gives at least some emotions because all phones are the same and this phone is real. It gives you some emotions, even when you haven't started using it yet. When you just unpack it, you already have emotions. Here are instructions on how to put this phone in a box and use the box as a stand. I'll explain to you on the phone now. Let's do it like this. Take this thing, turn it over like this. Here we insert this cable and it turns out where, and this is where the charging cable is inserted, and this is what it's for. Made like this exactly so that you can put it in there like this. Insert the phone here like this. So once the phone is inserted, it stands here for additional cooling, you see. And you can charge your phone and something in such a position, do it there. So you set it up and you sit there and dig around. You have cooling here. That is, there is no ventilation on the phone. It gets very hot, doesn't overheat, and charging goes faster. That is, this is a homemade stand. You might say under the phone, it's cool. Everything is made out of the box, simply and tastefully. Yes, it's kind of practical. Well, it doesn't improve interaction with the phone, of course, but as an additional feature. Why not? Why not? Don't have a stand, yes? Generally well done. Did you do everything in a cool way? I like this approach. Generally well done, cool. I think it's a cool model. There are so many of them. Yes, they gave us some gifts here. Now, I'll tidy it all up so it doesn't get in the way, and let's check out the SIM tray here because I haven't looked at the SIM tray here yet. Maybe 2 SIM cards can be installed, or maybe 1 SIM card and a flash drive. I think it's not very relevant, of course, because there's already a lot of internal memory. Well, maybe for someone I'll still need it, so I'm cleaning everything up. I can't even fit it all in. So let's see where else is located here. But on the right side here is the volume rocker button. Such a glossy frame here leaves marks, of course, but looks impressive. The button is narrow. There are no button scanners because here the scanner is right in screen. Yes, for $300, the phone is just like a flagship. The screen is not a waterfall, a small rounding has 2.5D, but these flagships have no straight bend. No screen more flat in shape resembles a standard Redmi Note 12 Pro, while X5 Pro, that is, the same rectangular, just the shape is just a little beveled, these side corners, but not much anyway. The shape is exactly like this brick. You can say it's not a small phone, but you can't say that it's really big. At the top, there is a cutout for the speaker microphone on the left side. Here it is. The current symbol is very shifted towards the display. I don't know why I like it when everything's symmetrically, when it is on this side, the same distance on this side, and it is moved directly towards the display. And from below, there is a headphone jack, a connector for charging a Type-C speaker, and a microphone in general. Everything is clear. Yes, there are 3 cameras at the back, 1, 2, 3, and a flash of as many as 4 ring LEDs. I think there will be a good glow. In principle, everything is quite interesting. Cool, really cool. That is the phone. I think if you bring it somewhere, you will say, yes, without a cover. Bring it to your ear. People will see this design. They will say, what it is about. What kind of phone is this anyway? Let me see. Where did you buy it? How much did you get it for? That is, there will be some interest in it. I think people open the tray and look. Firstly, I can note that it's already good that there is a sealing rubber band. Secondly, on this side, we can put it in it. It flew away. It's double-sided. It's not long, triple, and double-sided, and it's like made competent 12-2 SIM cards. Turn it over, and you can still use the flash drive insert. That is, essentially, it is a triple, but made a little differently with 2 sides. You can insert 2 SIM cards and a flash drive. Overall, it seems like an optimal solution to me. The coolest solution is also closed with an additional rubber band. Everything is possible. Start turning it on, hold down the power button, and turn on the phone. While I highly praised it, I can note that the buttons are not very comfortable, very narrow. Somehow it's hard to press it, but it's unpleasant, as if it's a little bit like cutting your finger. They are just narrow and small for such a large phone. It would be more convenient. make the button wider and a little longer so that your finger fits well on it. Here's the volume button. Also, it's kind of awkwardly small, thin, and even cuts your finger a little. It's unpleasant to press on it, that's for sure. So the phone launched, and what can I say about it? It launched very quickly. I can do that. I can say for sure that it started up quickly. This is the desktop here too. We have this branded logo on our desktop. We can say the wallpaper is something similar to the back cover. The same thing on the front tells us everything that this is a gaming phone and that the desktop icons have been slightly redesigned. It reminds me of this one morphism scheme that Jobs loved, and the icons turned out so voluminous. Now everyone is trying to make them flat icons without shadow, without volume effect. And here it's like we've returned to past times. I like it, I like them. They immediately look so cozy, or something like a little bit like from the past. Well, it's cool. I like how everything is done here. There are a lot of icons that fit on the screen. The screen is not small. That is, you can limit yourself to 2 desktops. I think if you put all your applications on the first desktop, then the second one. Well, sort of 3, up to 3 desktops. It seems to me that even all applications can fit here further along the screen. What kind of screen is this screen here? 6.67 inches diagonal is AMOLED, Matrix 900. Not peak brightness. Of course, not the same. Like the flagships now, iPhone came out last, they're 2000. No, here 900, no. But there will be energy saving with this. The brightness is not the highest, and the XO shell. So GT with changed icons version 13.1 works on Android 13 fresh. Android 13, here you go. The screen is good. The screen is good. I personally like the AMOLED. The brightness is adjusted, both manually and auto adjustment is present. You can set a dark theme, you can set a light theme. There is a high brightness mode, that is. This increases the brightness a little more, but as I understand it, yes, there is a timeout screen, maximum 10 minutes, so that the screen is backlit for at least 15 seconds before locking frequency adjustment. Here's also unusual when a phone has 120 Hz. The most common choice is 60 or 120. And here there is also an intermediate option of 90 Hz. That is, you can trust the phone. It will always change it itself so that it is 60, always 90, or always 120. Vision protection mode present removes. Blue glow screen becomes more yellow. You can adjust the color display style. Well, probably that's all. And also adjust the speed of the wheelbarrow's reaction to your touches. Now I have everything set by default to moderately faster and normal. You can even change the animation speed so that everything turns out to be such fast jerks in general. A normal screen. And please note how small the bottom frame is here, just like the top frame. Well, there you go. Really, I look at him, no beard chin, I don't see a bit. Well, the droplet could probably be smaller, but I also can't say that it's very big. Overall, the phone looks neatly, well, a little bit. It seems to me that he's such an angular brick of some kind. I would round these corners even more in ideally. If you look at it this way, I would round it up a little more in terms of dimensions. 162 mm long, 162 mm and 7 wide. 75 mm and 9 mm wide thickness, 81 mm. Such a phone weighs 187 grams, which is quite good for such a thing. There are phones with a large screen and much heavier rear LED backlight. How it is regulated here, you need to go to the system settings. No, not here, where this is an adjustment. We have an adjustment for the backlight. Yes, I remembered, I found it here, hiding the illumination effect below. Here you can turn it on or off. It's on for me right now, acceptable. When phone, it's charging now, I'll show you, I'll put the phone on charge and these little things will flash, so I'll connect it power bank phone. So now the power bank needs to be turned on. Well, here she goes. Now I turn on the hop again. So it goes. It doesn't go, I don't understand. You see, it's like the battery is filling up and these little things, there are about 5 of them. Yes, they can be different. They blink differently, animation. Depending on what is happening, the notification can be blinking like this. Yes, further charging the battery with soft light, that is, it will flash like this. Games, it will flash like this. Look for it a little differently, but it will always blink white. That is, well, it's like, yes, such an additional thing, but it doesn't say that it's really very useful. But if the phone is lying, for example, screen down, and indeed some kind of SMS came to you in addition to the sound of the notification beep, you also such lights will appear here too. It's nice. Suddenly there I noticed somewhere in a noisy cafe you're not sitting. I heard notifications, the sound of the speaker, and I saw with my eye that you missed this thing. You've already used your phone. Turn it over and look at what came there. Now look, what other topic is there? Yes, this is such a beautiful one. Say screensaver, and scanner in the screen. That is, I take it, I block the phone, then I put my finger and phone on it unlocked with such additional animation, very beautiful, fast, as if straight. Well, really, I'm starting the car or the spaceship is leaving somewhere. It looks like futuristic, damn. It looks like a phone from the future. What a beautiful animation it is. Infinix is doing, damn it. There hasn't been such emotions for a long time from me. What Redmi Note? The last time there were no such emotions. Everyone is kind of boring. But this is something new. Someone might say that it's not serious, it's all for school children. Yes, I think that after all, this phone will be of more interest to a younger audience because it is positioned as a gaming phone and has such specific. It seems to me that the design is more youthful, but the brand has calmer phones in design. But this is exactly for the youth. There is a powerful processor here. The young audience likes to play toys with good settings. Yes, in cool toys. That's why they have such a phone. I think it will work well with the hardware. Let's finally move on to this moment. What installed? Well, a very good processor from the media library is installed here. Dimensity 8050 straight. It seems to me that this is one of the best processors in general in this price segment on average. For this preference, flagship. Segment 6 nanometers, 8 cores. Maximum frequency 3000 megahertz. What? Not bad for such a phone core Cortex. A 78 plus Cortex. A 55 here, 4 kernels, 7845 video of the nucleolus here. Mali G77. Also good powerful Mach9. Internal memory UFS 3.1 and FS 3.1, and let's go through benchmarks in Antutu. I was simply amazed how many points it shows. Now you'll see. And this is probably a record for that kind of money. Look guys, in Antutu it shows almost 750,000 points more. Precisely, many phones that cost more expensive than this Infinix, phones that sometimes cost $400,000, $500. Performance is worse than this Infinix for $300. 750,000 points is probably about the same as the iPhone 13. That is, it's powerful. No, like the 12, probably still. This is a very powerful phone and the performance will last for 4 years. Performance is enough for 4, heat it up. Yes, it heats up a little 44 degrees. They almost said that it's good here, cooling, but I can say so there are phones colder than 6% loss during the test and warmed up to 44 degrees, from 36 to about 8 degrees, 10 touches. Touch. This also made me happy because Infinix often found touch for 5 touches here, 10 touches, save no steal. NFC module is of course present. You can use contactless payment without any problems. But this graph did not please me with this Rotling test here either after all. There is throttling. I think due to the high frequency of the processor after all, the frequency is not small. 3 gigahertz and the phone. Of course, under load it starts to throttle and reduce performance. And after 15 minutes it dropped productivity by as much as 30%. That is, the graph was initially green. 100% showed literally 3 minutes. It has already started to warm up. And little by little you can see throughout the entire graph of the test this is the dynamics he started to descend. Only at the end he straightened up a little. Yes, it already went as if, exactly, here the part is larger already. Performance did not decrease. That is, he simply loses approximately 30% of productivity in the first 5 minutes. Their load serious maximum. Well, this is a gaming smartphone like hardware, good powerful, but performance is 30% slow memory speed, i3.1 standard. Probably the cheapest phone right now, if not take some old ones there, while X3 Pro from new models, who has such fast memory for such little money, 1200 megabytes per second for reading, but for writing the result is 6 times more modest than 240. Why is there such a difference? I don't know. The reading speed is simply unrealistic. Because of this, the phone works super fast. That is, I'm using it. I have a complete feeling that I'm using some kind of really flagship phone that's there. $800. He opens everything so quickly and loads it. I don't even notice it. A plus are these still smooth animations of 120 hertz, which give even more additional smoothness and speed. And you just get high as if you bought a flagship. Look how smooth everything is. And I generally have such a strong feeling that I'm even using some kind of iOS system. There are the same animations there, and it's like, it's an old iOS 7.6, something like that. It's so similar, it seems to me, but the animation of unlocking and locking the phone is just straight to me. It gives some additional emotions. It all looks cool. There is unlocking by face and by scanner. That is, I have added here so far only the right fingerprint. Right finger, Left. I haven't added a finger yet. There is face unlocking. We also look at the screen. The phone is unlocked. Good luck. Everything is successful, convenient. Let's look at the gaming capabilities. I'll test PUBG at maximum graphics immediately. As soon as you start the game, some kind of game mode is activated there. It improves something. This is now also on all phones have additional gadgets for games. By the way, the phone itself is made of plastic, which can show that glass, but no such plastic, but similar to glass transparent, and a little bit how to say slippery. Yes, it's better to wear a case, even at least the original built-in transparent case, so that all the beauty can be seen. But in the case, it's even somehow a little more tenacious in your hand as it lies. At least it won't slip out of your hand. And even if it slips out, it will fall like a cover onto the asphalt and it won't break, it won't crack there, and there won't be any scratches. So I advise you to wear it in a case. So I managed to set it according to the graphics. Look at the maximum. This is the maximum mode. Ultra HDR is not possible to set. Extreme HDR also at the ultra frame rate it gave me put style. I always put saturated anti-aliasing 4x color here. Well, the colors are not particularly different. I put it in red and blue. Let it be essentially, everything is yes. We accept all the settings. And so, well, the game begins like this. The game is running in full screen. Nothing prevents you from playing. The screen is large FPS, very smooth. Everything smoothly, jump out the plane fly, a really budget gaming smartphone. If you don't, you can buy a phone there for $800,700. Even Chinese flagships cost that much. Now look at Xiaomi 13. Look at OnePlus 11. Yes, how much do they cost on Dragon 82? Take this kind of budget gaming smartphone, and it too, everything will work fine. It will also work fine. It will work at 120 Hz. Show a picture, everything will be fine in general. This one is perfect, comrade, and will cost $300. I think this is a good offer. So everything goes smoothly, very smoothly. There is no hint of lags, naturally breaks. But I can say, so yes, you can feel the heating a little bit. It's clear that this is already a processor with increased performance. So this is here, it's cold. You're like some Unisog Tiger T612, which is gaining 250,000 in Antutu. It won't be so cool here anymore. It will have to be a little bit. I advise you. What to do not play when charging the phone is standing. I think it's clear that the phone is charging, and even more so if you have it on fast charging this 45 watt. And you still play on it, for example, something like this, on maximum graphics, the phone will still heat up more. Therefore, it is better not to overheat it, put it on charge and charge it, then you can play, so where, what not, you can hear no one there, stereo sound in the game, everything is supported, speaker on top, speaker on bottom. Now, regarding the cameras, the main camera here, it has a resolution of 108 megapixels. Here it is, you can immediately recognize it among. These three cameras are the largest and have an eye-catching 108 megapixel aperture f1.8, a fairly large sensor with autofocus, and two additional 2MP modules here. Disappointment here. Yes, there are essentially cameras here, although there are three. But in fact one, because two additional modules of 2 megapixels are nothing more than so-called plugs, one macro module, another module for portraits. That is, there is no wide, no telephoto, but a powerful ring flash. Let's go into camera app and let's see the front camera here is 32 megapixels. Don't you agree? Not bad. This is what the camera application looks like here. By default, artificial intelligence is enabled, which adjusts the settings to a certain frame. It makes the photo more saturated, or on the contrary, somehow light darker depending on what you're photographing. The flash is on the car. You can turn it on. This is very powerful flash. Look like a flashlight. You can even use 4 LEDs, really very powerful. And so what interests me most of all, of course, is mode 108 megapixels, how it turns on here. You need to go into iCam mode, then do like this up. And where is the super macro wedge? Like this. No, not here, but above 108. Everything. Now 108 megapixel mode is on, and I'll try to take a couple of good photos in this mode. So guys, well, let's see what I got. Here's the first photo in 108 megapixel mode with a photo balloon which stands opposite me. I can say that all the same, distant objects are blurred in 108 megapixel mode. It doesn't really help to see the small text. You see nothing is visible here, but at least there is no noise. But overall, the photo, I guess you can say it's a B, but I don't see much such wild detail. Further, the next photo is the text on the box. Small text. I took a photo at a distance. Well, about the same as a person usually takes a photo of a classic sheet of paper with documents, some kind of advertisement. What lies in front of you, you take a photo. Yes, some notes, but in class this is how it happened, and I can say that yes, it's as if the camera lacks a little bit of sharpness, even though it's 108. But I don't seem to have enough detail and principle from this. Everything is visible clearly from the distance, but it's as if, damn, it's not quite sharp or something. That is, the text is a little bit or something vague. Further on, I move the box a little further away by about distance. Well, almost a meter, probably. And here we also have 108 megapixels here. It's even worse with the text. It's already starting to stick together. At this distance, it's better not to. I think maybe the software is poorly configured because the camera here is promising. But still, Infinix is far from natural flagship phones in terms of photo quality, but it takes only 4 photos for a simple 4. This is night mode. Here it's called not just night mode, but super night mode. Why is it super? I don't know. They generally like all these Super Pro consoles. GT, the same phone. GT 10 Pro, it's a total bummer what kind of phone it should be. That's it. This is how the night mode turned out. Well, this is also an average result. It happened, and it was better. This is also a photo in night mode. This is a photo of the car I decided from the photo it's standing here, how it turned out. You see how, she can be seen at least well in night mode. Now the yard is completely dark in the yard. I photographed the glow of the lamp. I like this photo here clearly. So this lampshade was photographed. Yes, this one. The fabric is clearly visible. It's just so cozy regarding zoom. Maximum zoom here weak tenfold, like the most budget phones. There for $100, I would like more. I would like 20x video recording the phone. Can record. 4K 30 FPS can record. Full HD 60 FPS has additional electronic stabilization. This is not bad for recording video while walking will do, but in this mode the video quality is cut to 30 frames per second, full HD in 4K. You see it doesn't work. I put it in 4K and turn on stabilization. He automatically transfers back full HD 30 frames from the front camera. We can also turn on electronic stabilization. Indeed, the picture will be clear and stable in general, not. Of course, a wide-angle camera is enough here. A little stronger would be a zoom, 108 megapixel camera. In my opinion, it loses to the same 108 megapixels. The same Redmi and Realme have a camera in about the same price category as if it doesn't hold up. Maybe it's the software, then it will be pulled out in future firmware. The phone still just came out damp. Yes, maybe not. But the camera here is a little worse. Not bad, but clearly there is room for improvement. It's really obvious. So this is how the phone turned out based on the cameras. So the sound is maximum volume sound from 2 speakers. Bottom speaker, of course, louder. There are 3 big ones here, small cutouts, but the sound also comes from here. It can be heard. Let's listen. In general, something like this. The speaker is good, powerful, loud, and there are even 2 speakers on the battery. The battery here is non-removable and has capacity 5,000 milliamps, 45 watts fast charging without wire. Here, unfortunately, no charging via USB cable only type, C here, by the way, is not in 2.0 format. The fastest type is C. That is, transferring directly at super fast speeds from a computer to a phone will not work, but at least USB type. C, already okay, not micro USB, but micro USB now remains only in the most budget phones there at a price of $60 already now. Type-C is such a standard now, even the iPhone type moved. And what can I say from this phone? And by the way, in terms of autonomy, I can say that it is unlikely to be enough for 2.5 days is the maximum. It consumes a lot of CPU, and a lot consumes a screen of 120 Hz bright large 6.7. So it's not a day and a half the most autonomous phone right away. So you understand, because there is something here, especially here, there is also a backlight. If you will turn on each notification, it will light up. Imagine how many different messages you receive per day from different applications. That is, this will also take energy. In general, I can say so for the phone that this is real. A godsend for people who want an inexpensive, but at the same time cool-looking phone with good equipment that well-equipped with hardware for long periods of time so that there are no lags here. Fast Memory FS31, which is a rarity in this budget here, is a very powerful processor that scores 750,000 Antutu points. Here is a pretty cool appearance, memorable, very good delivery set, everything you need. There is additional protection in the form of glass case film. Pasted fast charging cable, unusual bright orange plus. Also, this is like a special stand. Yes, where is it in my box? Yes, a special stand is placed here. Well, in general, the topic is really interesting and can be considered for purchase. Of the minuses, I can to point out that I didn't like these buttons a little. They are kind of narrow and dig into my finger. More beveled corners. But this is purely just nitpicking in terms of shape. Perhaps I would change the camera block. I would do it a little better. Zoom 20x, at least let it be digital, but 20x. And instead of these two plugs, I would put one camera at 8 megapixels wide angle, and probably that's all. Well, in fact, probably. Somehow so, in general, the phone is very interesting for the money, cool, pleasant, giving emotions 100% B. In general, this phone I've been waiting for a long time to follow it when it was announced here, and now it's already officially launched with us sell. I think that this phone will definitely find its users, its buyer. I really liked it, honestly. I'll tell you, I waited a long time. I received it today, and I'm really, really pleased. It was Infinix GT 10 Pro. See you soon.